That's what the Lord's Day is for. Worship, thoughts about God, and then duties of necessity. Mom still prepares food. Policemen still work. Doctors still have to be available. Those are works of necessity, but also works of mercy. Feeding the poor is especially good on the Lord's Day. Caring for the lonely, taking home the lonelies with us on the Lord's Day is a wonderful work of mercy. Visiting the shut-ins is a work of mercy. But what we see here, what the authors of the Westminster Standards have done, I think very biblically, is the strong connection between the Lord's Day and worship. The Lord's Day and worship are inseparably connected, as the Lord's Day being the major day for formal public worship. We are free to worship on other days. We can worship. Calvin had worship services every day in Geneva. But the Lord's Day is a special day for corporate worship. A while ago I mentioned that if contemporary Christians could abolish one commandment, it would be the fourth, I'm pretty sure. And it is the commandment, of course, about sanctifying the Sabbath day. They absolutely dislike, and I've seen it as a pastor over many, many years in many, many churches. They dislike the fact that the Lord's Day is indeed the Lord's day. They would so much more like to go fishing and hunting and camping and do other things or watch football on the Lord's Day. I once was contacted by a church in Florida that was considering issuing a call, and we had a Zoom call with each other. And the moment they asked me, because they had listened to sermons of mine, and they asked me, do you really believe that you shouldn't watch football on the Lord's Day? I said, yes, absolutely. I've never had an interview that was over so quickly, and never heard of them again. You see, we have our idols, and we have made up our own explanations for our idols. The Lord's Day is for worship. See, if you want a big church, you don't say things like that. If you want a true church, you do.